Hey guys, it's Bear from the Bears Hiking Outdoorsman's Club right here in Klingerstown, Pennsylvania. Currently on location here at our club, our new clubhouse here, and this is a Gazelle t3x overland edition tent here. Now, some of you guys probably heard of the Crua Culla Cocoon Max 3. That's a 3-person insulated inner tent. It's geared towards guys that want to camp out in a regular tent and not have a wood stove, or basically keep yourself warm in the wintertime or keep yourself cold in the summertime. But a few of you guys asked and had some concerns about should I buy the Culla Max, because it's $299 and I might not have $999 more to buy the Culla Max 3 duo tent that this thing fits inside. Well, I'm here to show you that if you guys have a Gazelle t3x, this is a 3-person Gazelle tent. You guys can see the Gazelle and the rain cover here. You can actually, in fact, put the Culla Max 3 inside this, no problem. You guys can see there's plenty of room to spare, plenty of room. There's one of the windows in the Culla Max insulated tent. And yeah, there's plenty of room actually. Room to throw your gear in all the way around it, actually. And if you leave the Gazelle windows open, I have them down a little bit because I think it's supposed to rain a little bit later today. I have the roof off currently. It does in fact fit. So like I said, this is the Gazelle t3x. And I have the rain fly off on the top here so you guys can see down inside here. Plenty of room. We got about 2.5 feet before the top of the tent comes in contact with the Culla Max 3. You guys can see it works out pretty good actually. Now I was curious about this. Now I ordered the Culla Max a few weeks ago, and then we tested one on top of actually our king size bed in our house, and my wife loves it. She absolutely loves this thing. It's not noise canceling, but it does muffle the sound a little bit. You guys can see how it fits in there. And it's like sleeping in a blanket for it, basically. It does have 2 doors. The green arrow points to the narrow side door, and the red arrow points to the wider side door. And you can actually tie these back. They're pretty thick, substantial padding. It's like vatting like you would see in like an ice fishing shanty. It's real soft to the touch, real puffy. It does trap a lot of air. There is screens, and it has a 3-way zipper. It's like a standard tent. We go inside here now. I'll show you guys the inside of this as we close it up. Now we'll pull this down here first, and then I'll close the screen. You guys can see you can close it all off like that. There's another zipper right pull there. That's a window, and that's a window. There is a gear storage pocket there, and a gear storage pocket there, just below the Crua symbol that's on the outside of the tent. You can see there's some directions in here and some warnings in the pocket. I have a Pixel 7. My phone fits in here. My wife's Pixel 7 fits in next to it. But there is ample storage. There's 2 pockets down here at the head end. If you use the size of head end, you can roll the windows up for extra ventilation. And they do have these little kickstands here that like Velcro on and hold the window open, but you can open that up as well. And now you can see the outside into the Gazelle. Now this tent isn't a standalone tent. This tent has to be placed inside another tent. You can see you can zip it if you're trying to keep extra warm in here, or you can open it back up. You can roll this up. It's a little heavy, a little thick to roll up, but it does have spots to tie it up. And you can leave it open for light or more air. It does have a nice little kickstand here. It's a piece of Velcro. You guys can see, just attach it to there, and then it holds that open about 5 inches. There's one on this side as well, as you can see. I'll undo the kickstand here. We'll pull this out of the way. You guys can see there's my other door for the Gazelle t3x. Now I gotta say, guys, it is not summer. It is currently October 7th actually, and It's pretty warm outside. It's still warm, it's probably 60s today. And I am roasting in here. It is currently 87 degrees inside this thing. And figure the Gazelle T3X has an SPF factor of 50 on it. So that being said, this tent does get warm. And I don't know if I would use this during the summertime. Like they said, that it reflects light back, keeps it cool in here. I don't know if that's true or not. Haven't tested it out yet, but you guys can see the hub system here. Now there is this little pocket. Gazelle doesn't show you, or Culla doesn't show you that much on their thing here. But in order to get this open, basically what you do is, you guys saw it. You pull these two little rings, you step inside the tent after you fold this out, and you just give this a yank and push up at the same time on that hub. And then there's this nice little drawstring here, vent at the top. You can close that all off, keep the bugs from out of you, getting at you. And then you can stick all these cords up here in this little pocket up here. You can also stick your phone up there if you want to keep it out of the way. Otherwise, this thing hangs down here in front of your face. You don't want that. But I am 6'2". You guys can see I can lay in here just fine. Now, if you were to get 3 people in here, I could see 3 people my size. Maybe 2 people are on the heavier side. But yeah, you can. For one, this thing is like a palace. It's like a big blanket even for 2. What I've noticed when me and my wife sleep in here in the house with all the windows open, we tested it, it gets quite warm. So you're definitely going to need to open up these vents if you're using it outside of the tent. And probably both sets of doors. If not, now see, you guys can show you the other set of doors here. There's 3 zipper pulls here. It's kind of dark with that, even in the daytime here. And it's currently about 9 o'clock, 9:30. What time is it? 9:37. I was off by a half hour. But here, bear with me here. Zippers are pretty stiff. They go real smooth. There's a screen here you guys can see. You need extra protection from the bugs that may have entered in your tent. Can open these up like so. And you can open this up. And poke your head out here and like maybe zip down the windows and check out your view. And like I said, you can see the hubs, how this is designed. Now the Culla Maxx uses this rigid pull system that's attached to the tent. You don't have to take these off. You just push up on the hub, like I said, and this snaps into place. So it's pretty nice. You can like flex a little bit. And it goes all the way down. Yeah, it's pretty nice. You can see another tie back here, so you can tie these doors down, the other set of doors here. You can poke your head out, check out what's going on. And over here is the other set of doors. So you can close the screen of your regular tent. And this fits inside here just fine, corner to corner. It does fit. Now the Gazelle T3X is a hub tent, obviously, which goes up in about 30 seconds. And it has 4 big pockets on it and this little loft pocket up here. But the Culla Maxx fits in here corner to corner. And minus the hub, you have a space along the edge each side here. You're not going to be able to sit up there with a chair, but you can throw your gear in there, keep it dry. And you guys can see there's quite a bit of space there. Like I said, I'm 6'1", I wear size 12s. We use my elbow as reference here. It's about 12 inches to the top of it. You guys can see the nice quilting. Very nice. They made it nice and fluorescent orange, so I guess you can see it in the dark when you are looking for the flaps to get in at night. But yeah, we're going to test this out tonight with the temperature gauge. I'm going to place a thermometer on the outside of the insulated tent, maybe up here in the Gazelle pouch up here on the ceiling here. And I will put one down inside the tent on the bottom here and one inside here and maybe that pouch over there. And I will show you how warm this thing gets when the temperature drops tonight into the 40s. And yeah, for $299, I am not upset at all. Compared to the old Crua cocoon. That one had straight line batting. It went like horizontally down the sides. This one now has like this, I don't know what shape you want to call it. Reminds me of two lips kind of. But yeah, it's very, very warm. Blocks out pretty much with the light. Not a lot. It's not like completely blackout. I guess if you put this in a blackout tent, it could be blacked out. But and they did get rid of the vatted floor, the insulated floor, because I mean, basically, I know a lot of people are upset about them not having a vatted insulated floor, but when you lay down on it, the compression actually defeats the purpose of having insulation. So they placed a denier, waterproof denier in here. It's very nice, stitched really well. Floor into here, and you can lay an air mattress in here, and you'll just be fine. But yeah, I wanted to show you quick how cool this was. It's really hard to do this because how heavy the material is to close all the zippers, but yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. You guys can see the little thing swinging around here. Stick that back up into this pocket. Bear with me. I know my camera work is not the greatest. I am by myself. I usually use a gimbal and a microphone so you guys can hear me a little bit better. But that thing's charging. And I didn't think about that. I was just kind of want to get this video out real quick before we test it out. There was a hook up here, hang a light up here. Put some light in this tent. All right, now I'm gonna close the outside insulated section here. Let's see. Close all three zippers. That's all sealed up. I'm gonna close the screen. There's one that goes straight down and one on each side. Thank God they're fluorescent orange. This is slightly dark in here, minus the light coming from the window here. But yeah, there is some ventilation in here, which is pretty nice. We're gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna stick my foot down here so I can pull the screen up here. Open these doors up. Yeah. Open the door up. I have access to this big pocket, which will be nice. And I have the windows here. You guys can see how bright it is inside the Gazelle compared to inside here. So you could definitely sleep in a little bit without a big issue. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys that it actually can fit inside the Gazelle T3x. So if you guys already have a Gazelle T3x or one of them Fanic Outdoors ones, this will work. It'll be fine. You definitely can use it inside. You definitely will have nice, calmer, quieter, and hopefully warmer night's sleep. So if you guys out there with kids are worried about them freezing and you're not graduated into a hot tent yet, I got a couple down there, and you already have a tent like this or one that'll fit inside, you're golden. So all right, hit us up in the comments if you got any questions. All right, peace.